Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I am your host. Rock and roll time. U.S. Treasury IRS proposed cryptocurrency regulations for brokers. We'll see. Still haven't gotten any crypto regulation in the U.S. Ripple Labs chair slams Biden Gensler for having screwed up on crypto. You effing think. And VanEck ARC filings officially start clock for spot Ethereum ETFs. Analyst. I don't know what that means. An analyst says that? Anyways, guys, this is the catalyst that could kick off a significantly large bull run. And like I said, I've been saying for quite some time, I think a lot of people are downplaying the potential of the next cycle. And it's hard for me to believe that it's going to be small with the things that are lining up. The next catalyst being, if we get a spot Bitcoin ETF approval, you're going to get the ETH spot ETF approval. It's going to happen. It only makes sense. And there's a lot more room to grow in there. So, food for thought, something to think about. Housekeeping per usual. Guys, please go add me on X. The handle is at BoringCryptoIO. Nothing crazy, nothing hard. This is just where I'll be posting up-to-date stuff. If anything breaking is super need to know, I'll be posting it here instead of doing a video if you don't want to wait for the morning show. So, with that being said, let's go to the market. Current market cap, guys, sitting right now at 1.04 trillion. Let me refresh just to double check. Yep. $1.004 trillion, up 0.07% from yesterday. Current Bitcoin dump sitting at 48.2%. ETH dump at 18.8, and 16 Gwei. Transactions still sitting at 35 on the Fear and Greed Index. Nothing changed, nothing new, no significant movements. Yeah, we're just gonna blow again. I think I spent too much time on this lately because, especially with nothing going on. So until we get some kind of volatility in the market back, we're just literally gonna blow through the top 100. And I'm gonna shut up and just go through it. Nothing crazy. Literally, man, the market is just weak right now. XDC down 2.25%. Whoop-de-doo. EOS is still a chain, huh? Down 2.33%. And Synthetics pulled back from its run it had yesterday. 6.53 on the daily, still up 18% on the week, though. Thorchain moving a little bit, up 3.76 on the day. Render up 2.8 on the day. Again, these are nothing significant. They're just significant overall. IOTA 3.14 up. That looks like that's about it, guys. Oh, ASTR up 5%. That's it, guys. That is our top 100. Woo, breaking into the top 100. What is Woo? Woo is at a $5 million market cap right now. Oh, that's 24-hour volume. I'm an idiot. I'm not even looking at market cap. I'm looking at the 24-hour volume. Guys, this is how dead the market is. Like I'm like forgetting what to look at on CoinMarketCap. Now, Woo's at a $282 million market cap. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Woo breaking into the top 100. Way to go. If you're holding Woo, congratulations. Probably not a bad buying opportunity right now with the decline in the chart. All right, on to Bitcoin. So I know this is a mess, but I've got a feeling, guys, that this descending channel is in play. And I know I'm going to be the weird outlier. People are going to look at this chart and be like, you're out of your fucking mind with all of these swings out of it. But if you look at the candle closes, it respected it here. Even the wicks respecting it here. Candle close respected it here. The wick respected it here. Wick respected it here. with this crazy swing, and this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour, guys. With this crazy swing we got yesterday, the wick went right to the top of the descending channel and came back in. Guys, I think this descending channel is in play. If it is, this is just a matter of time until we break out of this thing. And the question is, are we going to go to the upside or the downside? But per usual. All right, so outside of this, don't pay attention to the channel, because again, this is just a really crude idea, right? But with the sideways action we're getting, we are still, which is unfortunately bearish. This 25,816 has now flipped into resistance. With that being now resistance, which was strong support for quite some time, I am leaning more bearish in the short term. I do believe we're going to have some more potential downside. Maybe even if, and I'm not saying we're going to rip to downside and go all the way down to 20K or anything like that, right? But if this descending channel continues to play out for quite some time, the idea is that we could potentially go down slowly over time. Let me just kind of extend this, help you guys see what I'm seeing. Could potentially over time get down to 25.2 by the end of September, near the end of September 21st ish, if we continue to rip up and down, rip up and down, rip up and down, you know. And that's what I'm looking at. Just some food for thought, guys. Outside of that, there has been no new developments in Bitcoin. There's been no news that has moved it. It looks manipulated to me. These look like ways to shake people out of the market. Just something to think about, you know. Don't get scared. I mean, look, guys, my last lowest buy order was at 25,816. So technically in my Bitcoin bag, which are just bags that my holding bags, my long-term bags, I'm down right now. The difference is I'm not worried about it because it's my long-term holding bag. All right. Just something to think about. Yes. Could I potentially make more money playing the ins and outs of the swings on Bitcoin? Yeah. I just prefer not to do that on certain bags. Certain bags are just my accumulation bags, and they seem to do better when I just accumulate and wait for giant parabolic runs as opposed to playing the swings. And that's me. But just keep your, so if you are swinging, playing, that's awkward. If you are playing the swing trading, if you are swing trading, I should just say, not playing swings. 2 ideas to look out for: levels and this descending channel. Potentially we could swing back up to the top of the channel and then come back down to the bottom. You could play those swings, or right now we are just ranging. Anytime we touch this 25.6 or dip lower, we rip back up to the top of this 25.816. So you can potentially getting small swings in there if you're leverage trading, things like that, making a little bit of money. Just ideas, guys. They're all just ideas, but nothing has changed. Look at the levels you're looking at. If we go down, these are the 3 levels I'm looking to bounce, hopefully hold. If we go up, these are your resistance. Need to flip support in all of these to continue going up to the upside. Okay, that's it. Nothing new, guys. Nothing has changed. On to the news, and we'll get you out of here. U.S. Treasury IRS proposed cryptocurrency regulations for brokers. Brokers, referred to as digital asset middlemen in the regulatory proposal, will be required to provide information on gains and losses incurred during the sale of crypto assets. 2 United States federal agencies in the Department of the Treasury and the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, have released a set of cryptocurrency regulations proposals proposal detailing brokers' reporting requirements. Mouthful. The Office of Advocacy of the U.S. Small Business Administration revealed that the proposal around crypto regulations for brokers was released on August 29th. It explained the proposed rules will require digital asset brokers, including trade platforms, payment processors, and certain hosted wallet providers to report gross proceeds for all sales or exchanges of digital assets starting on January 1st. Brokers, referred to as digital asset middlemen in the regulatory proposal, will also be subject to providing information on gains and losses incurred during the sale of crypto assets. However, this requirement will kick in on or after January 1st of 2026. Jesus. So, we got a couple of years. According to a related document shared over the Federal Register, the proposed regulations are expected to deliver high levels of taxpayer compliance, as the IRS would get greater clarity on the income earned by taxpayers. Yeah, fuck you, by the way. Which is interesting. Okay, let's go down the conspiracy theory road real quick before I finish this article. This requirement will kick in on or after January 1st of 2026. This is supposed to be the end of the next cycle, if you're a cycle believer. Bitcoin's having cycle believer. Basically, if you're a Bitcoin having cycle believer, this will be the end of the next bull run. Which, again, like I said, going down the conspiracy theory road, that makes sense because they're going to get one last free fucking run at this thing to where they don't got to do a bunch of shit. They're going to collect as much money as they can, and then they're going to kick in the all the regulation, right? Anyway, the Treasury Department and the IRS have invited small businesses in the U.S. to share how the regulations would impact them, which will be supported by a public hearing scheduled for November 7th, 2023. Once signed into law, the regulations will require all brokers in the U.S. to file information returns with the IRS using the new Form 1099-DA and to provide payee statement to customers. United States Government Accountability Office, a congressional watchdog agency, released a 77-page report highlighting the need for strict regulations around cryptocurrencies. Stricter regulations. Do what we tell you. We're the boss. The report identified the spot markets for non-security crypto assets as the center of a regulatory gap and stated, by designating a federal regulator to provide comprehensive federal oversight spot markets for non-security crypto assets, Congress could mitigate financial stability risks and better ensure that users of the platforms receive protections. It's bullshit. You just want tax money. On the other hand, traditional assets in the category enjoy robust regulation. Robust regulation. The report noted. Just more ways to get your money. That's all they care about. They don't give a shit about you. They just, you're making money without us getting our cut? Fuck you. Such bullshit. All right, moving on. Ripple Labs chair slams Biden Gensler for having screwed up on crypto. You think? I don't necessarily think they quote-unquote screwed up. I think they know what they're doing, and they're getting away with what they want to do. Ripple Labs chair Chris Larson says that following the recent cases involving Ripple, Grayscale, and the Securities and Exchange Commission, it's time for Congress to take the lead on crypto policy. The United States legal system is set to bring the crypto industry back in the game after the Biden administration screwed up its crypto policy, says Ripple Labs chair and co-founder Chris Larson. Speaking to Bloomberg on September 7th about his firm's July partial victory over the Securities and Exchange Commission, Larson argued the regulator lost on everything that was important to it and important to the regulation of the industry. The U.S. screwed up here on crypto and blockchain policy. This is the beginning now through the courts, unfortunately, instead of through regulators, to get the clarity and get us back in the game. Larson also commented on the latest court judgment in favor of Grayscale over its application to convert its Bitcoin trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF, noting it really admonished the SEC in a way that you don't really see very often. Larson argued the ruling was proof that the SEC chair Gary Gensler knows crypto laws aren't clear and simply likes the lack of clarity, so he can go after anybody and make up rules as he goes along through bowling. 100%, it's a money grab. Whoever see an opportunity to regulate through enforcement, and they don't even give a shit whether they win. They want the settlement. They want to. It's like Gestapo shit. Like the mob showing up to a small business and being like, hey, let me tell you, we're here to protect you. All you gotta do is give us 50% of your profits, and we'll protect you. And the store owner goes, protect us from what? And then they start breaking shit. You know, from people coming in here and breaking up your fucking store. That's the exact same thing they're doing right now. They're literally slapping bullshit lawsuits on all these crypto projects and things like that, and just hoping for a settlement. They don't want these people to fight. No, all they care about is just getting some money real quick. Oh, you know, $10 million fucking lawsuit or fine for unregistered security, blah, blah, blah. Cool. See you later. Bye. That's it. That's all they care about. It's all bullshit. Moving on. That's not the American way. We should have clear rules and legislatures, not through these unelected, power-hungry, and really misplaced decision makers that you see in Gary Gensler. Exactly. Gensler has, however, previously claimed that the crypto market is full of fraudsters and Ponzi schemes, and yes, and the traditional market isn't. Let's have that conversation, Gary. I'd love to sit down and ask you that. And the SEC securities laws would help to clean it up. Which laws are those? Which laws are those, Gary? Which SEC laws are we talking about? Biden killed San Fran blockchain hub. Another part of the interview, Larson claimed Biden's crypto policies pretty much killed San Francisco from being the blockchain capital of the world, despite Silicon Valley's tech hub reputation. We owned it, and we don't anymore because the Biden administration, for whatever reason, decided they wanted to push this industry offshore, Larson added, because they're selling us off to China, possibly. That was a missed opportunity. It's really unfortunate and hurt the city. He pointed to London, Singapore, and Dubai as global blockchain capitals for their clear rules that protect consumers and also celebrate innovation. Why isn't America leading that call? Larson asked. So that's why we've always been, and we've got back. That's what we've always been, and we've got to get back to it. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. And last but not least for the day, and I will get y'all out of here. VanEck ARC filings officially start clock for spot Ethereum ETFs. Let's go. Bloomberg ETF analyst James, Mr. S, we're just going to say Mr. S, expects more spot Ethereum ETFs to be filed in the coming days. The race for the United States' first spot Ethereum exchange-traded fund has officially begun after a new 19B-4 filings by the Chicago Board Options Exchange which will ultimately start the clock for Securities Exchange Commission's decision. On September 6th, the CBOE filed two 19B-4 applications to the United States Securities Regulator requesting for the ARC 21 shares Ethereum ETF and VanEck Ethereum ETF investment products be listed on CBOE's BZX exchange. In a series of tweets, Bloomberg ETF analyst James S., Mr. S., noted that as opposed to the previously submitted S-1 filings, the 19B-4 filings mean that the countdown for a decision by the SEC is now in motion. The spot Ethereum ETF race is officially on. Mr. S declared, estimating a final deadline around May 23rd, 2024. And it's showing tweets of him talking about that. A 19B-form is filed by self-regulatory organizations such as a stock exchange to request a rule change to the SEC, while an S-1 filing only indicates a firm's intention to list a particular investment product on a national exchange. The securities regulator is now obligated to review the 19B-4 filings and make a decision through the SEC, or though the SEC can also delay the decision it has for spot Bitcoin ETFs, or as it has. So it's the exact same setup. I'm assuming they can continue to push it back 240 days or something like that. ARK Invest and 21 Shares teamed up to file an S-1 to the SEC on September 6th, though VanEck's S-1 filing dates back to July of 2021. Meanwhile, Mr. S expects more spot Ethereum ETF filings to come in the coming days. And he's tweeting about it. On August 7th, the securities regulator reportedly signaling its intention to approve Ethereum futures investment products, while several firms, including Grayscale Investments and BlackRock, are currently fighting to get a spot Bitcoin ETF approved. You think Grayscale's not going to put in an Ethereum ETF as soon as they get their Bitcoin one approved? I think it's going to. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Let's look at Bitcoin one last time. Kind of small tick to the downside right now since the last time we were looking at the chart. If we do get a rip, look for two things. Look for a bounce off to 25.6, or let's see if this channel is in play. Look for a bounce off the bottom of the channel. Outside of that, guys, that is all I've got for you today. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on BoringCrypto.io, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your bell for notifications so you know when I do post videos. Please watch the videos, like the videos so more people can see them, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.